Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the winners finals of the MetaPlays Pro League Season 5. It's technically our 6th season, but we didn't have Pro League in one of them. In the blue color, this is Rockgeneration, already bullying that grunt, very nice. He's playing as Arbiter. Getting the grunt kill, and on the other side, Aatrox is playing as Colony. Now the Pro League, it's kind of as it sounds, the very best players are playing, but you know, we still allow in at least the tier 2 pros, right? Like the A tier guys are still playing today. There is also a Rising Star League where the very top guys in the top 8 are not able to participate in that one. But yeah, there's 980 pounds on the line. So quite serious business. Our biggest league so far, actually. Rockgeneration going in with the double generator very early on here with Arbiter, leading to a longer term investment. Doesn't even have a mini base yet, so he's really rushing that. As far as Aatrox goes here, it's pure harvesters, so this is what I would do if I went scouts, and he is going choppers. And we've got a new website subscriber called No Distractions. Thank you very much. Should pop in a moment. Anytime now. There it is. Really appreciate the support. Those website subscriptions keep us going in terms of the background costs of the project. There's a lot that goes into it. And it is literally the best way to support us because it's just direct. So yeah, thanks very much indeed. Rockgeneration picking up this power node. Aatrox can't do that, not with choppers. It's very difficult to do so. We'll be hunting grunts as much as he can, but behind this, Rockgen is already going up tier 2. He's getting out an early raid camp, and let me tell you, 2 hunters can make easy work of a very large number of choppers, very easily. Grunt might be able to make it into the garrison. Aatrox had a huge investment here with the shrapnel rounds. That's 450 power going into choppers, not counting the actual cost of the choppers, which is another 15 power for each. So the more you make, the more you spend, as you might expect. And that's all power that Rock was just putting towards his tech. Aatrox is barely at 300 power right now. Even if he does expand, even if he gets all the power nodes, it's gonna be some time until he makes back this difference. Enforcers? Whoa. Okay, I think I know what this is. Rock is going for the early phantoms here. And phantoms are the ultimate counter to choppers. You just put a hunter in it. A single hunter is enough. And then enforcers. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And put them in a phantom. They'll do the work, ladies and gentlemen. They'll do all the work for you. The choppers can't do any damage to them. You can start flying over bases as well. You'll have engineer support. You can upgrade your infantry and air global upgrades. It's a pretty big deal. Boom. Brian says, thanks for hosting these. Watch a couple of hours of the content. There's many hours of content for sure on YouTube, and there's so much to come. Glad you're enjoying yourself. And thanks for the support again. Yeah, I mean, if it depends on us, we'll be here for years, I'm sure. As long as there's players, we're here. Like right now, we have 95 viewers on Twitch. A moment ago, it was over 100. That's great results for Halo Wars. I love it. Let's keep it up. Great save on the engineer. Bubble reducing the damage, the other engineer healing it up. And by the way, when you heal a phantom, the units within also get healed. Just a little bit of information. You never need to pop them out or anything like that. Ah! Loses the engineer. Good pick up by Aatrox though. And these guys are still going. The anti-building damage on scouts is just abysmal. It's not their job. Phantom up there, easily picking off the units thanks to the Enforcer, big grenades and plasma caster shots. Doing AoE damage to these weakling grunts. And there's no way that Aatrox can hold this many. Unless he distracts with several grunts, that works. But yeah, the Phantom makes it out. Good damage. Picked off grunts as well. You can't ask for more than that. We've got the Capitano as well on the field. Siphon overcharge coming in. That will make a big difference though. I mean, you could probably fight that with the Arbiter. But Rock doesn't have him yet, does he? There's no building to make him. No war console. But he's got a really comfy setup at home. He doesn't need to rush it. And you always gotta watch out for the big draw from Colony. A devastating host is devastating. Aatrox's base is so weak. Really gotta be careful with that thing. You pick off on the NG. Gotta reel up the engineer swarm right now. That siphon beam keeping the hero alive. The base itself is getting some really good healing. As a result, Aatrox looking for that third base potentially. It's very risky. Super high risk, seriously. He's surviving on basically no relevant units other than the Capitano. That's the big boy here. Should absolutely be going for the hunters. Waited until the shield came back, so that's smart. But you ideally want this guy in the garrison, right? It can do so much work in there. Very hard to dislodge from that location. Who is streaming the secondary games? I actually don't know. But maybe Hosticide has someone on the job. We do have open casting. I'll repeat this once more because we have more people now. If you're a streamer or if you want to get into streaming, our policy is that the tournament is open streaming, essentially, right? Like, you can cover the matches if they are available. Obviously, we're covering the main matches because it's our tournament, but if any are available, you can just take them. Just ask us for it. We'll put you in the bracket and make it quite official. So all you gotta do, just ask for it. And put up our logo, that's it. Great snipe on the extractor. That definitely is painful. 800 resources. Well, yeah, 800 blue is what it costs. There was no upgrade after all. Then it would be 900. Sorry, 1100. Yeah. Don't do math on stream. It's always embarrassing. So if you're a new streamer, that's my advice. Aatrox overall doing a pretty good job thinning out the Phantom count, but the Hunters in Phantoms are a little bit too much for those guys. The Raid Camp will go down. Not the most valuable pickoff for the Goliaths, but it's more than nothing, and the Hunter Capitano is still doing work. Should be able to get the Hunter and the Ranger. There's no Phantom for them to jump into, and Capitano does make it out in the end, into the garrison. Rock isn't checking for it, so we're not going to see a pickoff here. More Reavers coming up also. That will be important in the long run, especially if you can camp under a shield. Grunt just absolutely disappeared. What grunts? Oh. Devastating. Host. They actually didn't apply the worms to the Reavers. That's really unfortunate. Oh no. If you can apply the worms to them, they have more range. It's such a good little effect to have, but oh god. Oh god, the drop's gone already. What the heck? Stasis OP? Dude, Rock is so dangerous. You gotta be careful with this guy. I think that Capitano might go down. He's 1 star, but it's not enough. There's no engineer shields. Ah, so hard to get that guy to level up as well. Once you already have the 1 star, you best leave. Get him to full, come back later. No need to rush this. Especially with the Locust and the Wraith dead. A lot of the juice from this attack is gone. Ran over the mines there. The choppers aren't gonna make it for long. Wow, all those anti-vehicle shots just missing. Very lucky there. Rock's third base will probably not come up, but he is more interested in counterattacking anyhow. Picking off some skitterers. They're not the cheapest thing. But overall, Aatrox is going to be fine. That's like a huge army of Reavers. Rock will need something to deal with them. Specifically, I'd like to see the Arbiter myself, the hero. Such a strong unit. Shouldn't really go without it, not for too long. But he's enjoying his Phantom mobility, certainly has the resources for it. Obviously, when you have Phantoms, there's a lot of microing you gotta do, so watch out for the Reavers and stuff. But, you know, to prep an Arbiter, it's... you can't go wrong with that, right? Hunter takes some damage falling out. And probably will be killed by all these Reavers. Not to mention the Capitano. We're going underground! Okay then. I'm just glad we didn't get a crash. Phantoms are getting away from it this time. Give him the pea shooter. Oh boy. Yeah, that Hunter never had a chance. More Phantoms, but Rock's at 100 population limit now. And this time he could get the Arbiter if he wanted. The base coming up too. Aatrox at 86 population. Might be able to make something happen. He's getting improved taunt. He is tier 3. He has a lot of resources. Next generator, maybe combat repair is in, so his buildings are gonna go back to full over time. These phantoms are getting the punishment. They don't want any more. Oh, nice stasis there. Catches the drop in place. Wait, where's the other one? Oh, okay. They're together. Those Goliaths are besties. With benefits. Brave doing work. Killing extractors is huge as well. This wouldn't have happened if we had the Arbiter here, alright? He could slice all this up. Rock's definitely taking big risks going up against this many Reavers. We'll see if it's worth it. Got a little teleport as well from Aatrox to keep kiting. And for a potential taunt, which I don't think he got it just yet. But the Capitano is healing himself up, targeting all this. It's not too bad, really. Doesn't even get stasis just now. And he's got the star. Did the Goliaths die? Oh. I guess they must have. Capitano don't care. What a Chad. Oh, there's the Goliath. Right. Every Phantom Rock makes just gets instantly killed by all these Reavers. It's too many Reavers. I don't like it. It needs to change. Or beware. Vehicles level 2 is coming out for Aatrox, so these are only gonna get stronger as well. It's another dead hunter there. He's stuck. Capitano back to full health and shields. Looking really terrifying. If Aatrox adds skitterers to these, they'll be even crazier. And I think this time they have symbiotes. He gave them the worm. Which means even more range. And I'm sure they can kill the mini base, but Rock lost his expansion. And there's another devastating host coming his way. I don't think he can make it. Aatrox OP. It's gonna make it. Three bases behind this. 1 million resources. That should really be a generator. And these are some very naked bases. Aatrox taking a lot of unnecessary risks here against Arbiter. Finally, we haven't seen any Enforcer drops from Rock. I don't know, I think he's tunnel visioned here from all the pressure, but that's what a good player can force you to do. You know, just give you a little bit too much pressure and suddenly you're tunnel visioned. And Aatrox is certainly very capable. Hunter's Brand going down on the shield. Does some damage, but the NG is a little bit too crazy. Either way, there's plenty of healing here for the captain. He has no issue taking down all these units. As he cuts down their numbers, the incoming damage reduces too. And his siphon is worth more. Rock gives up as there's just no way out of this. Wow. Yeah, that Hunter Captain just absolutely demolished the Phantom strat together with the Reavers. It wasn't even close. Rock tried, but I think the results speak for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, This man is down a point. He might be getting knocked down into the loser's bracket. We'll see. We'll see. In the blue color, we've got Rockgeneration playing as Forge. It's like his typical pick for this map. On the other side, Aatrox going for Shipmaster. Oh, he's masterful, that's for sure. But the reason I'm giggling here is because Yodesla says this was like watching a boa constrictor slowly squeeze something to death. The nature channel. It's a cruel world, what can we say? The matchup is pretty even here. I do like Forge's overall mobility, but Shipmaster certainly can match it. It's just that Forge's army is a little bit more concentrated in power when it comes to the mobile elements. So, you know, you can get the super fast vehicles for ship, sure. But tier 2, you don't have quite the equivalent to Warthogs. Marauders aren't just all that, you know. You just don't get to see them as often. And they certainly don't perform as well. They don't have ramps. So Shipmaster typically has to go into some kind of infantry play, get them highly upgraded, make them hard to approach, and then rely on the mobility powers to get them in the right spot. On Vault, it's a little harder, but at least you do have displacement to further help you with controlling where the enemy can be. And a good displacement and beam, when they're, you know, not watching out for that, can do a lot of work. Aatrox doing great with this grunt, avoiding many of the shots. Oh. Okay, I don't know about this, Aatrox. You can try, but is it the wisest idea? I'm not sure about that one. Honor Guard, super early on against Forge. There's gonna be a Forge Hog. It's pretty easy for Rock to save up as well for Jackrabbit Vision. But I think he's trying to go for a faster tier 2 with double generator. This might actually hit super freaking hard. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Aatrox might have found the chink in Rockgeneration's armor. This could hurt a lot. It's already going for the mini bases. And if he fights the main with the Honor Guard and gets his cloaking attack done, yeah, Rock does prepare a turret, but he will need vision. A vision tower will be critical. The Marine actually very fortunate here to spot the hero on the move. And if Aatrox doesn't strike the main base, I guess he's just gonna be a mini base advantage that way. Okay. Okay. Going for the mini bases then. That should be 2 minis down, but Rock is ahead by 2 minis, so it's just equalizing the situation really. Still forcing Aatrox to spend, and then he's gonna have to deal with Rock's Warthogs coming out. And the Wolverine is a pretty good detector, so don't have to invest all too much. And Rock does recognize the situation. He can't upgrade that second generator. It's too expensive to do so right now. More prudent to just get out the Forge's Warthog and get that sort of stuff done later. Okay, mini base is getting blasted pretty good. Can Rock save it now? I don't think he can, guys. This is too far gone. There's no units from him. And Shippy Mac Shipface is taking down the Sentinels. Taking power nodes over, gaining more resources with that. The Architect of Fate says he tunes in because he likes the smooth sound of my casting. Thank you so much. And then I proceed to sound as smart as SpongeBob. Just going full. Smooth. Anyway, I'll take the compliment. Oh! That was smooth too. Not for the grunts. For rock. Not for my voice. Just rock. Great kills overall. Aatrox could be pushing in, however, hoping to soon gain his 4th point with all these mini-base purchases. Might be able to do something with that. Rockgeneration will need at least one Wolverine. Where is it? Warthog? Warthog? No Wolverine anywhere. But the hero does go out of cloak. And it's time for the attack. Extraction will be necessary here. The ram did a lot of work, but the hero does get out at just a sliver of health. Will heal up to pretty much full. Still has a lot of damage to deliver to this base. Still has more cloaking as well to add to it. Won't be able to afford his 4th point though. Not with that amount of leader power XP. Loses the mini base, which actually, funnily enough, contributes to leader power XP as well. Ah! That's a lot of dead grunts. Damn. Rock just finished off so many. Suddenly they're not that threatening anymore. And the Warthog can just reign supreme. There is detection this time. Aatrox will actually have to run, because he's gonna get chain rammed. Not like that, you absolute dummy. Oh, the Warthog AI is just... it's special, okay? All the ramming vehicles have that issue. They just like to fly a lot. Should be able to pick off the dropship, but the Nightingale has already died, and that's quite problematic here. The grunt still put out a good amount of damage. Rock's trying his best to put the Forge Hog aura next to the base to make it a little bit stronger in terms of armor. Oh, another great ammo. Dude, this game is full of the best ammo rounds I've seen in a while. Rock's got to be happy with himself. I think he's going to potentially bring back this game from what used to be a disadvantage earlier, but he certainly held on. Not losing too much of anything, and picking up Chad and Steve. This time I got their names right. Scorpion Law says he has an interview in 10 minutes. Good luck. Obviously, the best preparation are Halo Wars 2 tournaments in general, right? That's why you're here. Certainly takes your mind off the nerves, which is good. As somebody that does hiring, I think there's a lot that goes into perception, and just the appearance of confidence can do a lot of work, you know? Obviously, to get invited into interviews is already a good step. It shows that you have qualifications. But then you also ace the interview by just being confident and being able to carry the conversation. You're gonna be great. Which is why chilling before that is a good idea. No nerfs allowed. Did you guys hear those bullet ricochets? I usually don't zoom in on hunters like that, but I didn't hear that before. Still discovering details of sound design after all these years. But Rock has a huge advantage here. Obviously pushing in on a tier 3 base, but there's nothing here to help defend. What's Aatrox gonna do? He's got grunts. You could bring home the hero, but even that's not terribly healthy. Maybe a drop, a spirit support. That ought to buy some time, but Rock himself will be looking at tier 3 in no time as well. So I don't think that Aatrox has a particularly big advantage. He's got all the mini bases, which is big. The shield generator will be going down, I think, despite the beam. Although the beam is sick. Holy crap, those Warthogs are eating it. And then here's the honor guard to finish it off. Maybe, just maybe, Aatrox is gonna have a good time after all. Especially if he can get out some Wraiths. Quick extraction to heal up the base and save the boys. No? Oh, he sent out a hero way too far as well. Ah, Chad and Steve are both dead. Uh-oh. That Warthog is nuts as always. Turret hasn't been upgraded to anti-air or vehicle. That also would have helped a lot. And now Rock's gonna finish this. I haven't looked at his resources, but he clearly has enough for a Grizzly. And I think that is gonna be it for this one. I don't know, fighting Rock's Forge on Vault is probably one of the worst nightmares. Absolute worst case scenario, so I think we're gonna go to a game 3 unless Aatrox can really start cooking something. And he's not cooking. Not even close. This base is getting stripped. Very desperate heal coming in with an extract, but the hero will die. Rock has a heal as well. They should have no issues picking off these units. Somehow, the honor guard survived for a second, but that's that. Heavy metal goes through. Warthog might go down, but nah, the Nightingale's got this. Aatrox holding on to dear life, trying to make generators in the back. Now that's ambitious. I think Rock just needs to put an end to these dreams. Make him stay memes. And we can go to the next game. Alright everyone, welcome to game 3. Rock Generation is gonna be swapping over to Decimus here. It's a pretty good pick here for Bedrock, I like it. On the other side, Aatrox will be playing as the Arbiter. He can also do it. But can he do it better than Rock? It's pretty much a similar matchup, but different strengths obviously for Decimus. Decimus can kind of compete with the direct late game with his own Banshees against the Phantoms, but we'll have to see how that exactly goes. Also, the ground army can be pretty good on the Decimus side. Alright, we got the double mini base deal from Rock. It's crazy enough as a start. Aatrox obviously does have his raid camp. You know, Enforcers could be pretty good with that, so there is hope for him. He might also be able to do his own mini base deals. Almost certainly should be able to. But Rock is making an extra chopper to try to stay ahead of the game. Can you actually deny that grunt? Nah, it's too slow. Maybe if he had a chopper running back, like this chopper just returning home, that would have been big. But now he doesn't have the minis populated with stuff. He's all choppers, no brutes. It's another harvester. What is going on? Aatrox is like double elites. This is gonna be really brutal if he counterattacks. Rock has to watch out for this. He knows, right? He does know. Hence the mass chopper. But then Aatrox has the option to not commit as heavily and just steal the minis. Excuse me for missing the fight here. Nothing too exciting happening though. I mean, the choppers are holding their own for the most part, but Rock did lose the mini base. Siphon is doing some work on them, but the infantry army is just a little better. Rock trying to rebuy the mini. 4 choppers may not be enough. The enforcers are doing a lot of damage against the choppers. And getting in the stasis is always a big play. These grenades are incredible. Another mini base pick off. Rock's losing a lot of resources and now more choppers. The top mini base isn't guaranteed to stay up either. And Aatrox has cleaned up while taking control over all the mini bases. Oh my god, is he just winning the winners finals now? It's certainly possible, guys. He's got harvesters all over and should be able to pick off this top mini base as well. He's not going up there. That might be a mistake from Aatrox. As these enforcers are getting attacked one after the other. Definitely Rock is turtled up in his base. Trying to make brutes now to free the minis. Aatrox should have no problems just counter-attacking though. Just go to the enemy main, kill the one generator, and that's all you gotta do. Nothing else. There's a phantom. Oh my god. Rock's not ready for that. 2 enforcers are getting in. This is a generator killer right there. It can also go after the choppers reasonably well. It's not quite hunters in a phantom, right? But it's close. It's very deadly. Still no grunts. And I don't know who's gonna save that extractor. Rock's certainly gonna try. He's got several minis to work on. Where's the phantom now? Oh, just trying to do everything at once, I guess. Defend the mini. Can't be done. There's too much stuff here. But hey, if Aatrox makes it to 4th point soon, it's gonna have the enforcer drop. And this is the perfect time to attack it with the additional extractor getting made. Phantom itself doesn't have very powerful shots, so killing the choppers does rely on the stuff inside. But hey, Aatrox does have several power nodes already. And we'll be cleaning up the back mini of Rock. Very nice. More phantoms are coming in too. Oh, save the phantom, no way. I thought for sure it's dead. Okay, it is now. Yeah, those enforcers didn't last long. But these might. And Aatrox is 4th point. Capturing all the power nodes has paid off. Huh? Where's the conduit of rage? What did he do for 2nd point? Excuse me. Did he pick teleport? What is this? Really good split, however. And now he's getting Conduit of Rage. What was that? Conduit of Rage is working from the drop. But what? Was he holding points? I didn't pay attention to that. What was this? Either way, Rockgeneration is in a boatload of trouble. He's got no map control, his mini bases are just now built again, and he's losing everything on his main. He even said something. What's he saying? I missed the messages. Spectator, I can't reopen. Maybe you guys saw it. Definitely Aatrox is taunting him. Trying to main him now. I'm not sure that will work. There's a little bit too much here to defend. We've got a mini counter attack as well with Boundless Siphon, so those grunts are immortal now. Aatrox will have to go tier 2, he just did. He's got the second base up and running and will be able to make more phantoms with more stuff in them. Rock's desperately trying to rebuild his power extractors. Needs to take over some power nodes on the map or something, but it's so hard to do when you just don't have stuff. Getting in. More phantoms better than fewer phantoms. Make more phantoms. Bonk. Yeah, all these rangers are just gonna be brutal. There's another elite spirit assault ready to go. Rock's not even tier 2 yet. This is gonna be just bullying from here on out. Especially if these guys get loaded up again. And then several phantoms flying around is just absolutely savage. Doesn't look like Aatrox is looking to rush this too much. There is an elite enforcer squad here. So slowly but surely the mini is gonna get taken down. More engineers. And we've got the Arbiter hero. I like that a lot because he can just go in and take down the extractors easily enough. Rock's finally getting to tier 2. Overall, some great harassment. Aatrox is holding on very tightly to those power nodes. He needs them. Also getting a double expansion going, so we've got full EOD in spirit. Made in China, but EOD style nonetheless. Rockgeneration's minis are just getting absolutely peppered. Wow, this one survived at like no health. It's definitely the next target. And these phantoms are holding on very nicely. No problem at all here. That's a 1-star jump back brute. Epic. Uh-oh. That's a tier 2 Arbiter. There's nothing here to stop him. Oh no. Why? What? Aatrox, what are you doing? You just go in. Do you love my RP? Oh my god. He's taunting him. Yeah, guys, I don't see how Rock can defend from here. I don't love copy, man. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is this some insider meme that I'm missing? What do I think about players who are completely dead won't leave? It's a tournament. It is viable in Halo Wars 2 to Turtle. It can be done. We've seen absolutely insane comebacks. I recall specifically a game in Season 3 between Kaboom and Aatrox, I believe, where Kaboom just made a Scarab on one base. Aatrox had every base on the map, save for one mini and the main. And that Scarab cleaned up the whole thing. So don't count out Rock completely. It's looking terrible right now, yes. But if he survives with Marauders, if he can make tier 3 and get a Scarab of his own, I could see this going someplace. Maybe he just saves up to the Decimus drop and that's enough. We'll see. Certainly can't go mass Banshee of one base though. That's out of the question. Could be just vehicles. But we have seen absolutely crazy comebacks in the past. So don't rule him out. And if Aatrox sits in a beam like that, that could throw his entire lead. Rock needs 1 or 2 plays like that again. If he... I don't think he can afford a Desi drop. Yeah, this is rough. I think he moved that too early. If he had a Desi drop to follow this up, that's a very different story though. Ah, the Reaver walked out. Now I don't think he can... Oh my god! There's... Pause. Oh, that's such a nightmare. Now Aatrox is split up. And Rock goes out in a shiny purple haze. GG. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.